Now to one of the crazy characters in college football. Ian Johnson is a stud tailback for undefeated Boise State. He's a sophomore, getting 6.8 yards per carry. He leads the nation with 20 touchdowns. No one who's played 9 games, no one else has more than 15 touchdowns. Got a very quick burst as a runner. And then, of course, there's his quirky side. During two-a-days, he ate 10 bananas a day to avoid falling asleep in meetings. He worked in the summer as a plumber's assistant. He lives alone with his cat, Biff. And then, of course, there's his hobby/business. You see, he's not just an entrepreneurial management major. He's also living it. Here's Steve Cyphers.
Boise State running back Ian Johnson had a secret.
And I probably thought it was one of the most odd things I've ever heard from a running back.
It was something no one expected.
He doesn't fit the typical mold of the big-time college football player.
2 years ago, his teammates learned Ian Johnson likes to crochet.
I'm getting crochet, boy. Why don't you knit me a sweater? Why don't you knit yourself a friend? Nitwit. I was getting so much grief.
His mother taught him to crochet when he was 14 after he wanted a scarf. As a redshirt freshman, Johnson tried to sell his hats on game days.
It's like, hey, I got beanies, tell them beanies. Like, well, who are you? Well, I play for Boise State. Oh, well, how much, $15? No, no, never.
2 years later, they all know number 41.
Wow, what a run by Ian Johnson.
Oh, baby. Oh, my goodness. Oh, he's in the end zone.
Touchdown, Boise State.
Johnson leads the nation in scoring with 20 touchdowns.
And he scores.
The secret, his coach says, is Johnson's patience.
He just does a nice job of setting his blocks up. You know, at times, I'm on the sideline thinking, go, hit it. And then he'll just kind of wait in the hole and kind of slide in there, and then he goes.
Johnson finds a crease.
Hey, as long as he keeps packing the mail like he has, he can do whatever he wants to do. Crochet, knitting, it doesn't matter to us.
In fact, Johnson's hobby is now appreciated by the teammates who once mocked him.
As guys found out that it was actually quality stuff, not just, oh, well, this guy kind of just does it and he's weird. It's actually nice stuff, like, well, my mom kind of wants a beanie, so can you make my mom a beanie? It's like, no, you just made fun of me.
But he does make beanies, blankets, and scarves for family, friends, and fans.
He's always looking for something enterprising that he could do to make money. Yeah, he's always been like that. Instead of cutting the grass.
Johnson currently has 150 items on back order, all advertised by word of mouth.
NCAA will not let me promote myself, but if people contact me and request that I make them something, I can actually sell them something.
You guys were kidding about the crocheting. Now he's got the last laugh.
Yeah, he's making money.
Bam, 45 minutes later, Johnson special.
With each touchdown, with each victory, does the price go up a little bit?
No, I've actually charged the same price since my redshirt freshman year. And I try and sell them, and people are like, $15, are you crazy? And now it's like, only $15, I'll take it.
Now, he's promised each offensive lineman a beanie. He hadn't delivered yet. Ian, my friend, take care of the offensive linemen. Do not make promises you can't keep with those guys up front. Now, Desmond, this guy is a sophomore. There are so many talented running backs around the country who are sophomores. Darren McFadden, of course, here in Arkansas. We'll talk more about him. But Ray Rice, we saw him at Rutgers. You got Steve Slayton, Jonathan Stewart, Brandon Orr. It's unbelievable. Now, there haven't been a lot of strong Western candidates for the Heisman. So with those 20 touchdowns, I mean, how deserving is Ian Johnson of some consideration?
He's very deserving. I mean, he's number 4 in the country with over 1,300 rushing yards. Number 1 in the country with 20 rushing touchdowns. And he's on an undefeated team. Now, usually in the circumstances like this, a great player on a low-profile team wouldn't be invited to the Heisman ceremony. If this was last year, even with those numbers, Ian couldn't buy a ticket to the Heisman dance. But now the competition is so dry, the Heisman competition is dry, that the door is wide open. So he deserves to get in there. Ray Rice deserves to be in there. And I think that a player like that now can benefit from this because they don't usually get this type of exposure. So, yeah, Ian should be there. He may start crocheting a little Heisman blanket.
What was that voice? There was a dry voice.